Welcome to section 2. Now, if you've been using Canva for a while, I need you to do something for me. Take everything you think you know about what Canva is and just set it aside for a second.
Exactly, because what we are about to show you isn't just a couple of few new buttons or a shiny new feature tucked away somewhere in the editor. This is what Canva themselves are calling a generational leap, aka the most important transformation of their platform ever.
Their biggest launch ever. As Canva verified experts, we had the chance to be invited at Canva Create in Los Angeles last April. And for those of you who don't know, Create, it's Canva's biggest event every year. And that was the sentence they kept on using on stage. Their biggest launch ever. And honestly, after everything we've seen, both at the Canva Create live keynote and then back home when we started using these features, yeah, we get it. This is a huge shift. And that's why we decided to put this section at the beginning of the course, because this represents potentially a huge shift on how we use Canva. So let's start with this.
Up until now, Canva has been a design platform that happened to have some AI tools built in. What they just launched at Canva Create 2026 flips that completely. Canva is now becoming an AI platform, one that happens to have the design tools you already know and love inside it.
And the new starting point for every project, it's not a blank page anymore. It's not even a template. It's a conversation. You describe what you need and Canva AI figures out the rest.
That shift, going from blank page to a dialogue, is what this entire section is about. And we called it Canva AI 2.0. In the next few lectures, we are going to walk you through all of it. What Canva AI 2.0 actually is and how it works, what the new 9 capabilities are, and how you can start using them now.
And it's going to be a lot, guys. This literally could change the Canva game.
Absolutely. And before we dive in, we know that some of you might feel a little bit nervous after hearing all of this. But we want to give you a quick reassurance.
Yes, because let's admit it, not everybody loves AI. I mean, we've seen the comments on some of our AI videos, tutorials on YouTube. AI, it's just not for everyone. And Canva has been very thoughtful about this. If you're the kind of person who loves opening Canva, picking a template, and just designing your thing in the editor, you can absolutely still do that. AI is not being forced on anyone. It's not in your way, it lives in its own space, and you can choose to ignore it completely.
Canva has a huge user base of people who just want to design, and they make sure those people aren't left behind. The classic workflow still works exactly the way you know it.
So no pressure, no obligation. Think of AI as a new superpower that's now available to you. And whether you use it or not is entirely up to you. But for those of you who are curious, and hey, if you are in this course, we believe you are, well, what Canva just launched is pretty exciting.
All right, let's get into it. First up, what exactly is Canva AI 2.0?
Before we dive into what Canva AI 2.0 actually is, let me give you a tiny bit of context. It will explain why this launch feels so different. When Canva first launched, the big promise was simple. All your design tools in one place. Templates, photos, fonts, videos, everything you needed to create in one place without jumping between apps. And that was revolutionary at the time. And then came the AI era. And for a while, Canva did what all the other platforms were doing as well. They started adding AI tools. One here, one there, magic write, background remover, image generation, useful stuff for sure.
But those were still just tools, add-ons, things you could reach for if you wanted to, added onto a platform that was still fundamentally built around you doing the work.
Yup, but what Canva just announced at Canva Create 2026 is a completely different ambition. The new vision is AI at the center, with all the design tools you know built around it. That's the flip.
And the reason they can actually pull this off now, rather than just talking about it, comes down to one key technological breakthrough.
The Canva design model. This is Canva's own in-house AI model. And what makes it special is that it generates designs that are fully layered. Not flat images, not locked outputs you can't hand-touch, actual editable designs with real layers, real elements, real flexibility right inside the Canva editor.
I know, that might sound a bit technical, but here's why it matters. Every other AI image generator out there gives you a picture. Canva gives you a design, one you can actually work with.
And that actually makes all the difference. Being able to generate layered designs is the foundation everything else is built on in Canva AI.
So, to explain how Canva AI 2.0 is actually structured, Canva's own engineering team used this really nice analogy on stage.
Yeah, they compared it to an orchestra. Every instrument has its own role. The strings, the brass, the percussion. Each one does something impressive on its own. But the real magic only happens when they all play together, led by a conductor who knows what the full piece is supposed to sound like. Canva AI 2.0 is that orchestra. 9 new capabilities, each useful on its own, but designed to work together as one unified creative partner.
To make it easier to follow, we've grouped them into 2 layers. Let's take a look at them.
The first 4 capabilities make up the intelligence layer. This is the engine, the new brain. You have conversational design. You describe what you want and Canva AI builds it. No blank page, no template hunting, just a conversation. Then we have agentic orchestration. This one is a big deal. Canva AI doesn't just suggest things anymore. It can actually do things on your behalf. Choose fonts, arrange layouts, edit elements, adjust as the project evolves. You give it a goal and it helps assemble the pieces. Next is the memory library. Canva AI learns you, your style, your brand, your preferences. It builds an About Me profile the first time you use it. And over time, it uses that context to give you more personalized results. And eventually, this will expand to team-level memory too. And the fourth one is the layered object intelligence. And it's powered by that Canva design model we just mentioned. Everything AI generates in Canva stays fully editable. Real layers, real elements, ready to tweak.
Those 4 capabilities set the foundation, and they are the reason this feels really different from any other AI tool you have used before.
And then the next 5 capabilities of the 9 make up the workflow layer, the practical, everyday stuff. You have your connectors that you can use to link Canva to Gmail, Slack, Google Drive, your calendar. So Canva AI can pull real context from these tools that you already use and create things that are actually relevant to your work, your world. You can schedule a task to generate a fresh batch of social media posts every Sunday night so you can come back every Monday morning to finish work. Next, you have web research. Canva AI can now search the web inside your creative workflow. So no more tab switching, no copy and pasting from your browser. It brings the context directly into your project. We also have brand intelligence. That is, your brand apply automatically to everything you generate. From the very first draft, Canva AI can generate content that's already on brand using your colors, your fonts, and your templates. And then we have Canva Code 2.0. But hey, this one probably deserves its own lecture. Heck, its own section.
Absolutely, Ronnie. We call it Vibe Coding with Canva Code in the curriculum.
Right, and the short version is, if you ask me what's new with Canva Code 2.0, is that Canva is now moving into interactive code-based design. And one of the big launches at Create 2026 was the release of HTML import. This allows you to import any HTML code into Canva and start editing the output in its drag and drop editor. And of course, we will cover that later in the course. They also launched interactive experiences built with a prompt. They called this one Learn Grid, and this one was developed in collaboration with Anthropic and OpenAI.
So, if I count correctly, that's 9 capabilities, 2 layers, 1 creative partner.
And that last point is really the whole message of Canva AI 2.0. This isn't a collection of random features. It's a system designed to feel like one thing, from your first idea to a finished, polished piece of work. All right, guys, in the next lectures, we are going to get hands-on with these new capabilities, one by one, starting with the one that changes how you begin every single project.